What's going on YouTube? It's the Green Shiz here. Got a mail day. Pretty epic to say the least. Video game, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, pretty much all the above. eBay purchases, PWCC, all right here, and a couple, I was going to say grading submission return, but I don't think that's a thing right now. No, so PWCC pretty much, and also some eBay purchases. Did some pretty huge purchase in the last PWCC auction. A pretty awesome black label card that it's a 101, and there's also zero gold labels in 10s. So we'll jump into that in a few minutes, but kind of just want to talk a little bit more about conditional rarity. Love it, hate it, it is what it is. I am a fan of it, especially with the older stuff. Newer stuff, it's still early, right? It's still early, so buying those perfect cards, you might want to pump the brakes, but I've done it. I could say I've done it, even for modern cards. But conditional rarity for the really old stuff, it's not that easy to attain, like a black label for some vintage cards. As the grading prices come down, you could see more and more people maybe trying to chase these the black labels, the perfects for the vintage stuff. But a lot of stuff has been submitted. It's just going to be, every year that passes, it's going to just be tougher and tougher pretty much for somebody to attain. And I really do enjoy the black labels from Beckett, and this is now my third one. So I now have three, I guess you could say 19. I think they're all basically 1999 cards. So there might be one 2000. So we're talking 22 years old, which is pretty awesome. And not something, like I said, not something that you will see replicated here pretty quick. And these cards, I've gotten, like, to give you an idea, like, I have my Rocket Zapdos black label. If you're not familiar with it, let me just show you. Might as well grab them both. So, this card, in the peak, when everything was banging around, going to the moon, I got like a $7,500 offer, declined it, didn't want to sell my card. Still probably wouldn't sell it today for that, just because this is like a centerpiece of my collection. Now, like, consistently, I'll get like $1,000 offer every week. Not trying to sell it at all, but to put it in perspective for you, like, having something conditionally rare, like I had this card, the Black Star promo. This is the corrected artist. I had this in a gold label 10, and it was, I believe, 101. And it's, again, the corrected artist, not the Aoki error. So it is the tougher to find one. And they don't really exist in the gold label. Of course, they still exist in the bricks, but it's going to cost you a lot of money to get all those graded to get a couple gold labels. What I'm talking about here is that basically conditional rarity can pull a premium. So a PSA 10 with the corrected artist is probably $150 to $200, whereas the regular Aoki error is probably $50 to $100 now. I was able to sell it for $700, the gold label BGS 10, just because the guy, he wanted it. There isn't really another one out there for him to go buy. So I really didn't want to sell it. I don't like selling Zapdos cards, but everybody has their price, and when the price goes up to that amount, I will sell my cards. But I really don't want to sell them. So when I have these cards like these, the only way you're going to get it out of my hands is by paying a crap ton of money. Otherwise, you're just never going to own it, unless you grade one yourself, which, power to you. Let me know how it goes. So the conditional rarity stuff can definitely, there isn't other ones out there. So I'm just going to show you now. Black Label Slow King from Neo Genesis. This is Japanese. Like I said, there is no other BGS 10 that in existence. No other black labels, no other BGS gold labels. This is the only 10 that exists. So if somebody wants this card, you got to come to me, and I make the price. It is what it is. Don't come to me offering $1,000 because you can. I won't slap you for it, but I'm just gonna politely decline. That's all I ever do, or I'll counter offer at a minimum. So at least I'm friendly about it. I accept all offers generally, but I'm not gonna slap you across the face if you come at me with $1,000. I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm actually looking for like 10 grand because I don't really want to sell it. So go on to the next one. Go find yourself a BGS 9.5 if you really want one of these, but I'm not going to be moving it because there's only one, and I really like having the only one in the world. So it's pretty cool. I make my own price for some of the conditional rarity cards, especially when there's only one of them. So I understand that it's extremely common to have this card out of this set. The printing quality for Japanese is way better than English, which is, I don't know if there is a BGS 10 English one at all. I don't think there's a gold label or a black label. I think there's a bunch of 9.5s. I don't think there's a BGS 10. There might be one. I'm not sure. It was definitely submitted more, the English one versus the Japanese. So I don't know. I like being able to dictate and not having people be able to go elsewhere to buy the card. If they want the card, you're going to pay up for it if you really want it. So I like being the card holder, essentially. I like making my own prices, and it's pretty cool. So that sale, $700 for a Black Star promo Zapdos, is insane. Sad to see it go, but I still have my black label, so I'm not too sad about it. It is what it is. But yeah, really excited to pick this card up, add this thing to the collection. Absolute stunner. This thing in English, like I was mentioning, is really not easy to attain, even a PSA 10. I just love the way this card looks. Cool card. And some of that kind of builds on the card, like it being tough to grade in English. Might as well just go get the Japanese one. It's easier to grade. Well, there it is. There's the most expensive one, probably. I'm just going to show you the cards like this. So I got some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and I got some more Digletts. So I bought this Diglett. This was like my favorite Diglett. EX Crystal Guardians Reverse. One of my favorite ones. He just looks really upset. He's about to get slapped by that wave in a CGC 9. This is the Grail, one of my Grail Digletts right here. PSA 10, first edition base set Diglett. Super gray stamp. Super. As compared to like this. You can see how gray that one is. This is a first edition German Diglett, PSA 10. So just adding to the Glidsdown collection. Got a handful of PSA 9 first edition base for my set. Picked up a Eradicate. I actually picked up 2 of those on accident. Onyx, PSA 9 first edition base. These were from a while ago. These were just sitting in my vault. But the black label was a recent purchase. PSN is my additional Eradicate. So these 2 cards are awesome. So this is a tournament pack. It is tournament pack 7. DD Warrior, ultra rare. So those of you who don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh has, in the beginning, this is 2005. So the first 5-6 years, every year, pretty much, almost every year, it was like every season, they'd have a new tournament pack come out. And every tournament pack would have one ultra rare card that was available in it. So I've been working towards my PSA 9 set. So I am missing 4 cards, I believe. The first 3, which are extremely expensive. Here's the Tournament Pack 6 Toon Cannon Soldier. I'm missing the first 3 and the last one, which the last one's not too expensive. But the first 3 were heavily played in the TCG severely, so the populations are pretty low. I want to say the first one, Mechanical Chasers, chasing. I'd say you could maybe find one getting sold for $3,000 in a PSA 9. A PSA 10, they're asking usually around $7,500. They're not selling because there's a really low pop. The next card, Morphing Jar, is right there with it. Similar pricing, $3,000 probably for a PSA 9 on the low end. And then the next card is maybe a little bit cheaper, maybe $2,500 for a PSA 9, the Needleworm, which that's like $10,000 for 3 cards. It'll happen maybe eventually, but not right now. Those cards are crazy. The prices, I hope, keep dropping, but those cards don't seem to drop because they seem to be in collectors' hands and they're just not dropping prices. It is what it is. That's what you have to come to expect sometimes with the lower population cards. Like I said, the big discussion I had on that in my most recent podcast with Low Poppin'. Again, there's another podcast I just filmed with Low Poppin'. So check in on that one. It was a good change. Like, this is the first time I've had a reoccurring guest on one of my podcasts, and it wasn't more of an interview style. It was more market discussion. I was the one that kind of starting off each different topic, asking questions still, but it was a lot more of like a market discussion and stuff like that. It was really good information, I think. Yeah, he also is a big fan of the conditional rarities, low pop cards, and of course he's into trophies. I'm not really into those, but he is. So definitely stay tuned for that. One's coming out probably early next week, I would say, not this week. This week's already wrapping up here, going into the weekend, Father's Day weekend. Hope all of you guys have a great Father's Day. Oh yeah, my other purchase off of eBay. So this is Devil May Cry, WATA 9.4A plus. Also has like the promotional cutout out of the barcode. So an early release, early printing of this, and this thing I bought for $200 on auction. That was insane. This is a 9.6. Did I say 9.4? $200 on auction, which I had this game when it came out for probably $59.99, $49.99, whatever it was. Pretty good price though for me. Before now, every single person, if they had like a buy it now listing, was well over $1,000. I just saw Devil May Cry 2 on auction sell for $800. Really awesome. I've been wanting this game into my collection. I really want a God of War game. Really want the original, but that game's also really expensive. So if I find one on auction, they always seem to go low. The people asking buy it now prices are always really high for video games. This is awesome. This is one of my favorite games of all time. An amazing series. If you never got to play it, I'm sorry. This game will give you nightmares. I started playing this when it came out. I was definitely underage to be playing this game, but it was amazing. Hack and slash. God of War kind of came from this game, not exactly at all, but similar type battle styles, and I loved God of War. Hope to get one of those. So, huge game. Love adding these to the collections. Love the video game stuff. As you can tell from my background, it's filling up my shelves rather quickly. It's a lot easier to see video games over like these little cards down here. Can barely make out what they are, so it is cool to have the video games sitting back there. A lot easier to see and understand kind of who I am or what I kind of speaking through my background, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's it for tonight. Have a great Father's Day to all you fathers out there. This Sunday, I might post another video before then. We'll see. Anyways, Hope to talk to you all soon. Have a great weekend. Slam the like button for the YouTube algorithm and hit the sub button if you haven't already. You guys have a good one. Peace.